Cambridge, IGCSE 9-1. University of Cambridge, examination from 2020, paper 1 core, mathematics. Answer all questions and you will need geometrical instruments. You may use tracing paper. You should use a calculator where appropriate. For pi, use your calculator value or 3.142. The total mark for this paper is 56. So you go through the instructions and it says use a black or dark blue pen. You may use an HB pencil for any diagrams or graphs. So go through those instructions, enter your candidate name and your center number in the spaces provided above. Here is question number 1 all the way to question number 4. Question 1, write 17,017 in figures. So we have 17,017, but make sure you don't forget the 0 in the middle. So if you forget the 0, that would be 1,717. So 17,017, and don't forget the 0 in the middle. Question number 2, find the number of minutes from 1758 to 7:13 p.m. So 1758, you put it on the number line. 2 more minutes, you get to 1800. 60 minutes more, or 1 hour, you get to 1900. And 13 minutes, you get to 1913. So you add all together those minutes. 2 minutes plus 60 minutes plus 13 minutes, it gives you 75 minutes. Question number 3, the number of cars parked in a car park at 9 a.m. is recorded for 10 days. Complete the stem and leaf diagram. The stem goes 10, 11, 12, 13. And they've given you the key there. 12, 3 represents 123. So you look on the data, the smallest number, 10, 7. That represents 107. 11, 4. That represents 114. And the next one, 116. And the next one, 118. Next one, 12, 0. 120. Next one, 124. 127. And 129. If you notice, I'm putting them in order, 0, 4, 7, 9. They're going from smallest to biggest. And then 130. After that, 132. It's going from smallest to biggest that way. Smallest to biggest. Smallest to biggest. That's how you order them. Question number 4. Write 6,789 correct to the nearest 100. To the nearest 100, you see the last 2 numbers there, representing the 2 zeros. So that's where you put the line and you look at the number on the right. Is it bigger than 5? Is it 5 or more? Yes, it is 8. You change it to 1 and add it to the 7. So 1 plus 7 is 8. So that would mean 6,800. And you put a 0 there. So this becomes 8. Write 6,789 correct to 3 significant figures. You count the first 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3, and you put the line. You look at the number on the right. The number is 9. Is that 5 or more? Yes. You change it to 1 and add it to 8. It becomes 9. And you put a 0 there. So 6,790. Question number 5. A cuboid measures 6 centimeters by 3 centimeters by 2 centimeters. On this 1 centimeter squared grid, draw a net of the cuboid. So that is what the net of the cuboid would look like. You have that 6 centimeters there. You have the 3 centimeters. And you have the 2 centimeters. So if you fold it, this one could go on top. So this would be the side. This would be a side on the front. So this one would be the bottom. This will go on the bottom, this will go on the front, this will go on the back, and this will go on the top, and that will be the right side, and that will be the left side. So you imagine you fold it. So that's how you draw it, the net. And I've put them in colors so you can see that the yellow ones are the same size and the other ones are the same size with the same colors. We have here question number 6 all the way to question number 8. For question number 6, write down the order of rotational symmetry of the shape. The order is 3. You can use a tracing paper in an exam you put on it, but I'll show you what I've got here. Imagine this is the shape. You can see I can move it there. I put it in that color so I can move it around for you to see. So if I put it on top and I rotate it, you can see it fits there. That's the first time, the second time, and then the third time it still fits. So when you do that, it would fit on it 3 times and you'll get the same shape. So that's what you will do, and you will use a tracing paper. That's why I showed that animation there for you to see. Question number 2, draw all the lines of symmetry on the shape. There are 3 lines of symmetry on the shape, and I'll show you now. This is the shape with the 3 lines of symmetry. This is line number 1 going all the way across, line number 2, and line number 3. That means on that line you can fold it into 2 equal halves. So that's what they call a line of symmetry. 3 lines of symmetry. Question number 7. Write down a fraction which is equivalent to 3 over 5. You can multiply 3 by any number and multiply 5 by that same number. So I pick 2. 3 times 2 and 5 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6 and 5 times 2 is 10. But don't use 1. If you use 1 over 1, it will stay the same. Any number bigger than 2 would work as well. Write down the reciprocal of 7. 7b. You write 7 is like 7 divided by 1. We don't normally write the 1 underneath, but 7 is like 7 over 1. Reciprocal means the bottom number goes to the top and the top number comes to the bottom. So it's 1 over 7. Question number 8. A cube has a volume of 1000 centimeters cube. Calculate the surface area of the cube. So we know the volume. Volume is length times width times height. Length times width times height. For a cube, it's all the same. So we can say volume is S times S times S, which is S cube. And that is equals to 1000. So what number do you multiply 3 times to get 1000? That means find the cube root of 1000. And that number is 10. So we know each side is 10. We want to find the surface area of the cube. The area of the left side or the right side, I'm shading there. Area of the right side I've shaded in red there is given by length times width. The length is 10, the width is 10, so 10 times 10 is 100. So 100 centimeters squared for this right side. But how many sides are there in a cube? There are 6 sides. So you multiply 100 times 6, it gives you 600 centimeters squared. So this is question number 9 and question number 10. So question number 9, Dan either walks or cycles to school. The probability that he cycles to school is 1 over 5. Write down the probability that Dan walks to school. The total probability has to equals to 1. So walking plus cycling, the probabilities will add up to 1. So it will be 1 minus 1 over 5, which will give you 4 over 5. There are 200 days in a school year. Work out the expected number of days that Dan cycles to school in a school year. The expected number is the probability for cycling, which is 1 over 5, times the number of days they cycle. 1 over 5 times 200 is the same as 200 divided by 5. which is 40 days. Question number 10. Use a ruler and a pair of compasses only. Construct a triangle with side 5 centimeters, 8 centimeters, and 10 centimeters. Leave in your construction line. So we draw the 10 centimeter side, and then we open the arc of the compass and draw the 8 centimeters. Open it to 8 centimeters and start from A and draw it. And then open the compass 5 centimeters and put it at B, and you draw it. So you get the arcs. Those are the arc lines you can see there. Here's question 11, 12, and 13. For question number 11, here is a list of numbers. Put a ring around the number with the largest value. I change all the numbers to decimals. So the first one is a decimal. The second one, 1/3, is 0.333 recurring. The third one is a decimal. Fourth one, 3/10 is 0.3, is a decimal. 33%, you divide by 100, it gives you 0.33. So put a ring around the number. The largest one is 0.33 recurring, which is 1/3. Question number 12. Complete these statements. 6 meters is the same length as. To change from meters to millimeters, you times by 1,000. So 6 times 1,000, you add 3 zeros, is 6,000. So if you look there, I've put the conversion thing there for you. So you want to go from meters to millimeters. So you times by 100 and 10. 100 times 10 is 1,000. So that's why you times by 1,000. 7,000 centimeters squared is the same area as. So we want to change centimeter squared to meter squared. You can use this conversion below. 10,000 square centimeters is 1 square meter. So you would divide 7,000 divided by 10,000. The 3 zeros will cancel, and you're left with 7 divided by 10, which is 0.7. Question 13. ABCD is a pentagon. Explain why the diagram shows that the sum of the interior angles of a pentagon is 540. Do not measure any angles. Each triangle is 180 degrees for the total angle inside. So it's 180 plus 180 plus 180. That gives you 540. So the interior angles of a triangle add up to 180. And there's 3 of them. So 3 times 180. Question number 14, 15, 16, and 17. Question number 14. Simplify x cubed y to the power 4 times x to the power 5 y to the power 3. We put x cubed, we add the powers together because x and x are the same, the base is the same, so you add the powers. 3 plus 5 is 8, and for y you add 4 plus 3 is 7. So it's x to the 8, y to the power 7. Question number 15. Write 2020 in standard form. Standard form, the decimal point after the first number, so you put it after the 2. So it's 2.02 times 10 to the power 3. Because if you have 2.02, you're moving it 1, 2, 3. So that's why you get 10 to the power 3. Question 16. Kim knows that one angle of an isosceles triangle is 48 degrees. He says that one of the other angles must be 66 degrees. Explain why Kim is wrong. Because Kim says must. So if we do 180 minus 48, you get 132. So 132 divided by 2, yes, you get 66 degrees. But I've shown 2 different triangles there. One is yellow, where you get 66 degrees. And you can also get the option where you get one of them to be 48, the other one is 48, and you get 84 degrees. So those are 2. That's another option for it. So you can get another angle, which is 84 degrees. Question number 17. Explain why square root of 3 is irrational. An irrational cannot be written as a fraction like P over Q. Or you might say the 3 inside, that 3 is a prime number. 3 is a prime number. And with that prime number, you cannot find the square root. 3 is a prime number. Or you can say, if you find the square root, you get a decimal, which keeps going on forever with no pattern. Question number 18, 19, and 20. Question number 18. The mass m kilograms of a horse is 429 kilograms. Correct to the nearest kilograms. Complete the statement about the value of m which represents the mass. So the smallest mass could be 428.5 because you can round that up to 429. And it has to be less than 429.5. So it could be 429.4999 because you can round that down to 429.5. So notice there's a less than there, and on this side is a less than or equal to. That's very important. Number 19, rearrange the formula 5w minus 3y plus 7 is equals to 0 to make w the subject. So we want w to be on its own. So we start by removing minus 3y and removing plus 7. So imagine the minus 3y is your shoes and the 7 is like a jacket. So you can say you remove minus 3y, you take it to the right, minus goes to the right, becomes positive, so it becomes plus 3y. Plus 7 goes to the right, it becomes negative 7. Plus, change to the other side, it becomes minus. Now we have is 5 times w. That's what 5w means. Times, you take a number to the right, it becomes divide. So times 5 goes to the right, it becomes divide by 5. So now w is on its own, so you've made w the subject. So it's 3y minus 7 over 5. Question number 20. Use set notation to describe the shaded regions in each Venn diagram. If you notice, only the circle that represents A has been shaded. So what does that mean? That just means A. Only A has been shaded. In part B, they've shaded A and B completely. So when you shade A and B completely, you use that sign union. It means everything inside A and everything inside B together. That's why I use the union. That sign means union. A union B.